Everyone loves getting gifts in an attractive gift bag. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a plain Kraft bag into this gorgeous, eye-catching, beautiful gift bag. All that's coming up next on Crafting with Nyler. To decorate our bags, these are some items we're going to need. You're going to need some plain Kraft bags. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. They're two for like $1 or something like this. I order them by the case because I'm always giving gifts to people. I love giving gifts. So I just buy a box of them. And you can find those on Amazon as well. I'll leave you a link in the description below on where you can find these bags if you want to buy them in bulk. I also went to the Dollar Tree and found these really cool rhinestone ribbon trim. And also from the Dollar Tree, I bought this glitter tool. Now I warn you, this glitter tool is very, very messy. So when I'm done, I'll show you a trick on how to get rid of glitter. So I found all these tools in different colors. And also you're going to need some cardstock paper that I made these cute little name tags. Going to need some double-sided tape if you choose to do so. Or you can use a glue gun. I also use some glitter markers. And again, these are so cool. And I'll show you a link. I'll give you a link below on how you can get these. But once you see me working with them, you're just going to love them. You're also going to need some twine. And I use this to wrap around the little hole in the tags that I put on the bags. To start with, I'm going to show you how I use the double-sided tape versus the glue gun. So I'll show you how I use both. So I'm going to start with the green. And what you want to do, so I like to do this so I don't waste product, is I'll start and I'll measure around to see just how much I need to cut, because I'm going to do something different with this. So I'm going to measure, and that ends up being about 18 to 18 1/4 inches. So I know I'm making 8 bags, so I'm going to need 8 pieces of the rhinestone. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make 2 in this gold color. So I'm going to measure off 18 inches twice. Okay, because I'm decorating the top and the bottom of the bag, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut. These are 5 rows of rhinestone, so I'm going to cut 3 off and leaving 2. So now I have all of my rhinestone ribbon cut. So now if you're using double-sided tape, what you're going to do, we'll go ahead and start with this turquoise one. And I'll start with the large piece or the 3-piece first. And then I take the double-sided tape and I adhere it down so that it sticks to the rhinestones. And I just put it right smack in the middle just so it'll kind of hold it. And then of course you cut it. And you got to do the exact same thing for the 2-strand. So now when I get ready to start my bag, I like to start with the upper section with the 3. So I peel off the paper section just enough to get me started. And then I like to start in this little crease. So that'll have your starting and your stopping point. So I just tape it down and then press as I go. And you just keep going all the way around with it. And then you're going to come and finish it off. And I cut mine a little bit longer than normal, which is good, because now what you want to do is I like to, instead of it butting right up, I like to overlap one so you don't see any gap. And then I'll just take it, and since I'm going to overlap it, and I'll go ahead and just clip off that little bit. This is the upper section of the bag. So now we want to work on the lower section. You're going to do the same concept. The bag is really cute, and it's got this really cute trim on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rhinestones on all the bags. So same thing, open up the bag. And this time I'm going to work with a fuchsia set. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And I normally do it just a little bit right to the corner and a little bit past the corner. Same thing. layer it down, and then lightly press, because if you press too hard, the glue comes out in between the rhinestones, and then you get a mess on your fingers. So I found sometimes if I just take my scissors and just press on top of the rhinestones, and then that way I don't get the pressing in between. And you'll do the same thing. I like to go from corner to corner because I can stretch it. So let's go from corner to corner. And now I'm just going to take it and grab the corners and stretch it and spread it out. And then, whoop, got glue on my fingers there. Take my scissor and press it down. Or if you want, just press it down with your fingers. And then when you get to the other side, exact same thing. And then just mash it down to meet. And again, the way that I cut them, looks like I'm always going to have an extra 2. So I'll go ahead and cut my 2. And you have the extras to put over there in your extra pile. And so that is the same thing that we did with the tape. But we'll go ahead and do the bottom. Alright, so that's the other way that you can do it with the tape versus the glue. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on all of the bags with all the rhinestones, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. The next thing we want to do is I'm going to make the name tags. So what I did is I just got a rectangular piece of cardstock, and I'm not even going to measure because I just took it and cut one corner, flipped it over, and just eyed it and cut the other corner. And then that gave us the extra little tab that we need. So now comes the fun part that I'm going to write on the tabs. So I try to use a color that coordinates with the bag. So if we're going to use the fuchsia, we have 2. So now these are, like I said, they're glitter markers, and they're water-based, but they're UV resistant, waterproof, acid-free, and they're non-toxic. But you have to stir them or shake them, and you have to prime them. So you kind of like hold it down. If you've never used it for the first time, you have to hold it down to get the ink down there. But see, in this case, I've used it. So what I've done is I just put 4U. And this is what I'm putting on all the tags that I'm making for my friend that made a request for these. So I'm just going to put 4U. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of glittery. It's kind of moving. I don't know if you can see that. So I just set them over there to dry. It dries really quick. Now you're going to need a hole punch. So these are dry because it dries really fast, almost like a marker. So I'm going to, this is a little hole punch that I got with my laminator. But you can just use any kind of hole punch. Just punch a hole in all those. Those have been punched. You want enough of the twine just to hold the tag onto the bag. So I'm measuring about 10 inches. So now I'm going to take each one and I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to take the folded edge and stick it into the front. And I'm going to pull a loop over and grab the 2 tails and pull it out like that. So it kind of looks like that, a little name tag. So now what we're going to do is take each bag, find the corresponding color. Something very important is you want to tie it onto the front of the bag. The front of the bag that doesn't have that fold, see that folds on the back, you want to tie it onto the front. So I'm going to tie this one onto the front of the bag. And I'm just tying it and putting a little knot. And then doing a little bow. Okay. And that's pretty much what it looks like once you've tied it. You just got that for you. So now I'm going to go ahead and tie all of these onto all of the bags. So all the tags are on all the bags. And now we come to our ribbon. And what I did is, this one may not be long enough, but I'm at the end of this one because I've used this one before. But this is about 15 inches, which I think 15 inches is going to be good. So I'm going to fold it in half, and in half again, and then fold it into another half. And then I'm going to cut right down the middle to have a thin ribbon. So I'm going to grab the bag, and then I'm going to tie this ribbon onto the bag and make a little small bow. Nothing fancy, just a little simple little bow. Make it a little bit bigger. And I'm getting glitter all over the place, but remember, I'm going to show you how to get that up. Okay, so now we got the bow spread out and it looks really cute. And that's our finished product. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the bows, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. So all of our bags are done now, and you can't finish off the bags without a tissue. So here's the tissue I have for the gold one. I actually ran out of gold, only have one gold, so I'm going to take the tissue and stick it down inside the bag just like that. So for the other gold, since I only have a white, I'm going to use a white inside of it, and it'll still be just as fine. It's still cute. I'm just taking the tissue, grabbing it in the middle, and folding it up like that, and then stuffing it down in the bag. Now that our bags are complete, I think they all turned out rather nice. So I hope this tip has been helpful on how to decorate a simple plain craft bag and make it look fabulous. So I hope that you try this. Happy crafting!